Another day, another controversial stance. Toyota is once again in hot waters. What is this controversy? Would it affect Toyota's sales? Let's find out together. Toyota's skepticism towards full electrification. Toyota's big boss, Akio Toyoda, isn't exactly jumping on the electric vehicle, EV bandwagon like some other car companies. Instead, he is taking a more chill approach, not diving headfirst into the whole electrification craze. Basically, Toyota has been saying that while EVs are cool, they are not going to completely take over the car market anytime soon. He figures they will snag maybe 30% of the global car market, leaving the rest to a mix of hybrids, hydrogen cars, and traditional internal combustion engine, ICE models. It's like he is saying, hey, let's not put all our eggs in one electric basket. Another major problem is the pricing issue. That we will discuss in the later part of the video. The question is, in the rapid technological advancements, why is he so skeptical? Well, he is all about this multi-pathway approach to cutting down on emissions. Basically, he thinks we shouldn't rely solely on EVs to save the planet. That makes sense, right? So, while other CEOs are shouting from the rooftops about going all electric, Toyota emphasizes more on keeping all the options open. However, Toyota's approach is not entirely dismissive of electrification. The company has stated that it is prepared to comply with legislation prohibiting the sale of gasoline-powered vehicles by 2035 and aims to deliver 1.5 million EVs globally by 2026, which would account for 14% of its estimated total sales. Impact on truck buyers. The real question here is, why is it screwing the truck buyers? Alright, so here's the deal. Toyota is not exactly rushing to electrify their trucks and SUVs like some other car makers. And boy, are people talking about it. See, while everyone is scrambling to make big, beefy trucks and SUVs run on electricity, Toyota's taking it slow, as the auto industry grapples with the challenge of electrifying these larger, more energy-intensive vehicles. Toyota's apparent hesitation to prioritize EV development for these segments has raised concerns among some truck buyers. And then there is the whole production pause thing. Toyota had to hit the brakes when making a bunch of models, like the Hilux and Land Cruiser, because of some testing issues. That has fueled some concerns among people, thinking Toyota is more into hybrids and hydrogen power for their trucks and SUVs, rather than going full electric. But hey, Toyota's not totally stuck in the past. They are not saying no to electric rides altogether. In fact, Toyota's successor, Koji Sato, has demonstrated a greater commitment to accelerating Toyota's electrification strategy, pledging to invest heavily in the development of next-generation EV technologies and software. This shift in leadership and strategic direction suggests that Toyota may be poised to play a more prominent role in the EV landscape going forward. And it's not just about electric cars either. Toyota's dabbling in other green tech, like e-fuels and hydrogen fuel cells. They are still aiming to slash greenhouse gases and keep up with those strict environmental rules. So yeah, while Toyota might be pumping the brakes on electric trucks and SUVs for now, they are not slamming the door shut on the whole electric future. With a new leader steering the ship, who knows? Maybe Toyota's about to rev up their electric game and give those other car makers a run for their money. This is not just it. There is yet another major reason that made Toyota screw the truck buyers. Let's find out. Pricing. Alright, let's talk about the 2024 Toyota Tacoma and how they're playing the pricing game in the truck market. It's a big deal, because how much you are shelling out can make or break a deal. So, right off the bat, the base model of the Tacoma starts at around $31,500. That's not too shabby, especially for folks who want a truck that won't drain their bank account dry. But here's the catch. When you stroll into the dealership, the cheapest one you'll find is the SR5 trim, and that's going to set you back around $43,900. Why the jump in price? Well, that is because they throw in all these fancy extras and upgrades to sweeten the deal and lure you in. Now, if you're willing to dish out a bit more cash, you can climb up the trim ladder and get yourself some extra bells and whistles. Take the TRD Sport, for example. It's priced at $49,520, and it's perfect for those who want a mix of street smarts and off-road chops. With its sporty suspension and slick exterior, it's like the best of both worlds for drivers who want their trucks to look good and perform well. But if you're a real off-road junkie, then the TRD off-road model might be more your speed. It's priced at $46,224, a tad cheaper than the TRD Sport, but it's built to tackle the roughest terrains out there. We're talking locking rear diff, off-road tires, and skid plates. This bad boy's ready to roll over anything in its path. Here comes the major issue. Now, even with all these cool features and competitive prices, dealerships sometimes struggle to move inventory, especially when it comes to certain trim levels or colors. Case in point, there is this dealership offering a hefty discount of $3,298 on a blue TRD off-road Tacoma. That's a pretty big markdown, and it's a sign that they're having a tough time selling them. It could be because people's tastes are changing, or maybe it's just the market playing hard to get. Either way, dealerships have to get creative to get those trucks off the lot and into driveways. Abundance of the trucks. All right, picture this. You stroll into your local Toyota dealership, and what do you see? Rows upon rows of shiny, brand new 2024 Tacomas and Tundras, just waiting for someone to take them home. It's a bit puzzling, right? I mean, these are top-notch trucks from a reputable brand like Toyota. So why are they still sitting there? Well, let's dig a little deeper. See, despite Tacoma's reputation for being tough as nails and great for off-roading adventures, sometimes the demand just doesn't match up with the supply. You have got all these factors at play, like what folks are into these days, how the economy's doing, and what the competition's up to, that can affect how many Tacomas fly off the lot. The same goes for the Tundra, Toyota's big daddy of a truck. It is all about power and hauling, perfect for those who need to tow heavy loads. But even with all its brawn, the Tundra can still be affected by things like gas prices going up or down, new rules from the government, or folks eyeing up those shiny electric rides instead. But here's the thing, even though there's a surplus of these trucks, it's not just a random chance that they're all there. Instead, the dealership has got a plan. They have done their homework, crunching numbers and reading the market tea leaves to figure out how many Tacomas and Tundras they should stock up on. Plus, they are probably getting some sweet deals from Toyota to help move those trucks along. And here's where it gets interesting. Despite the slow sales right now, the dealership's not sweating it. Nope, they're confident they'll sell every last truck. That is because they know their customers inside and out. They can see what trends are coming down the pipeline, and they are ready to adapt their inventory as needed. Plus, it is all about keeping those customers happy and coming back for more. But there is more to it than just making a quick buck. See, dealerships are in it for the long haul. They are thinking about building relationships with customers, getting them hooked on Toyota brand loyalty, and making sure they are always driving the latest and greatest models. So yeah, stocking up on Tacomas and Tundras might seem like a gamble now, but in the end, it's all about keeping those wheels turning and those customers smiling. The abundance of unsold 2024 Tacomas and Tundras at the local Toyota dealership reflects a complex interplay of market dynamics, consumer preferences, and dealership strategies. While the current situation may present challenges in selling these vehicles, the dealership's deliberate decision to stock up on them demonstrates confidence in its ability to meet future demand and adapt to changing market conditions. Ultimately, it underscores the dynamic nature of the automotive industry and the importance of strategic planning in dealership operations.